Hey up, it's Steve from the old Yorkshire Geek. Bit of Star Trek news right now. Apologies for my camera. I'm trying a new camera out. There it is. I'm not happy with it. It wasn't super cheap. It wasn't expensive. I'm a tight ass after all. I don't like it, but I'm just trying it out, see what it's like, and I'll probably just put it away. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm on the right camera. No, I am on the right camera, yes. My other camera's lit up for some reason, even though it's not on. But anyway, it's this new camera, and it's supposed to be able to like zoom in and stuff like that. Look, but it don't focus, and that takes it out of focus. And what does this do? That lowers the brightness and stuff. But I still don't like it. So anyway, but I'm giving it a whirl. So anyway, Star Trek news. So as usual, this is from Red Shirts Always Die. As usual, links in the description down below. Don't forget. Like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. I'm also on Rumble and Spotify and Amazon Music Podcasts and Google Podcasts, and my live streams are also on Twitch and Rumble and YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description, as are the links for my two books, Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats eating people in North Yorkshire, and Mercury Rapids, a light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFOs and stuff. They're on Amazon, Kindle and paperbacks, just a bit of fun, don't expect too much. News. There we go. Star Trek Strange New Worlds hints at retconning Trelane. I'll show you a picture of him in a moment. Star Trek Strange New Worlds have talked about retconning infamous original series character Trelane. Star Trek fans are always talking about weird and unique theories. It's part of the fun of being a Trek fan, dissecting questions that haven't been answered yet or have never been answered. Questions like what happened to the parasite aliens from the Next Generation episode Conspiracy? Another famed question that fans of fantasy booked for themselves involves is Trelane a member of the Q Continuum? It's a question many fans have asked, considering their similarities. They're both mischievous godlike beings who are super charismatic and have a propensity for screwing with Starfleet captains. Well, Trelane only did once, didn't he? The two trickster-like demigods have often been linked to one another for decades, ever since John Delancey emerged as Q on the pilot episode of The Next Generation, like I say, in oldie-worldy style clothes. Much like Trelane, as we will see. But the two aren't the same men, let alone the same species, right? Well, if Star Trek Strange New Worlds co-showrunner Akiva Goldsman gets his way, maybe. Trelane is a character that we haven't seen much of since he first appeared in the original series, or have we? Well, if Goldsman gets his way, maybe we have seen him. Speaking to Den of Geeks magazine via denofgeek.com, Goldsman reveals they've thought a lot about the idea of crossover episodes, and how they may retcon specific characters, saying, at the beginning of each episode we blue sky the hell out of it, and we always leave... I've no idea what that means. It must be a Hollywood term. I'm sure somebody cleverer than me will explain. And we always leave so many episodes on the table, and many of them are crossovers. I mean, there are different ways, depending on the species or technology, that folks from Enterprise, the prequel series, could still be around. Obviously, we could time travel into the future. What if we brought back John Delancey as Q or as Trelane? We think about those crossovers all the time, and as you know, this season, one of those episodes is coming. Obviously, he's talking about the Lower Decks crossover. And speaking of Enterprise, obviously the main candidate for a character that'd still be alive in Strange New Worlds timeline is T'Pol. She'd still be alive because she's Vulcan and they'll live a long time, don't they? But it's also possible that some humans could still be around because it's only 100 years later, isn't it? And at that time, humans can live, well over 100 years old, and not be, drooling, gibbering, old farts like me. Anyway, are we going to get Delancey back in Star Trek as Q or as Trelane? Would Delancey playing Trelane prove that the character is part of the Q continuum after all? So many questions. While vague, I do hope the answer is that the Enterprise crew could be around, as they didn't get the respect they deserved in their original show. Plus seeing Scott Bakula, NXO one he's talking about. Plus, see Scott Bakula back in a Starfleet uniform would just be fantastic. Yeah, it'd be cool with that. But Trelane, if you don't know who Trelane is, there's no picture, is there? No, I put a picture. You don't know who Trelane is. It's this fella. There he is, played by William Campbell, who also played a Klingon in the original series and in Deep Space Nine, and he's played somebody else as well, but I can't remember who in Star Trek. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the Klingon. But there, anyway, he played Trelane. He was playing his harpsichord or whatever the hell it is, and it turned out it wasn't really all powerful because he had a computer behind his mirror. You could just see, in the top right there's like a big mirror, and we found out there's a computer behind it that controls all his environment and stuff like that and makes things appear. So it wasn't him doing it. Like Q could just click his fingers and make things appear, couldn't he? It wasn't quite that easy for Trelane. But anyway, but it could appear, as a human, I don't know if that was him or his computer, I don't know. Because when I think they broke the computer, or that they exposed it, I can't remember the episode, to be honest. The Squire of Gothos, by the way, the name of the episode. Kirk and co. Didn't want anything to do with him, but it turned out he was a child, and his parents arrived and told him to stop playing with his pets. And so they freed the Enterprise crew. So there we go. It'd be nice to see him, though, come back. Maybe they could deepfake, William Campbell. I don't know if he's still around. I don't know. Anyway, he might not be. I doubt it. But it'd be nice to see him. But they could have John Delancey come back, maybe, and say, I used to be Trelane, or for a brief time I was Trelane. Anyway, whatever. We will leave it there. I just thought I'd share that. I just thought that was interesting. And I just thought I'd try out this new camera, which I'm not happy with. But anyway, that's enough from me. So, wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see thee.